And what that basically meant was I was willing to put myself in harm's way every time I left my door. Because I was quick to tell everyone that I was black belt. What people don't realize about the announcement that I am a black belt, it is immediately followed by someone punching you and saying, "Why didn't you block that?" The conversation always goes the same way. I'm a black belt. No! Ah! Because I'm not psychic. A black belt does not make you psychic. So, when I was 15 years old, broken in my black belt, I felt confident that I could block a punch coming at me after announcing that I was a black belt. And I went to my first tournament, and it was a quasi-national, semi-regional thing. So there are people from great distances. The lesson to be learned here is never, ever fight someone who has driven more than 3 hours to get here. That person is better than you. So I was in the tournament, I was limbering up, loosening up, we tape our hands, that's so cool, my hands are taped. I get into the ring for the first time in this knockout tournament, my first. And I make it through the first round on points, which makes me think that I can make it further. Keep going, keep climbing. But you see, in the lower ranks, these are all people who drove 20 minutes to get there. The next time, you're dealing with people who drove an hour to get there, and it's a little more difficult. I made it all the way up to the 3-hour people. And what I want you to imagine is that when I was 15 years old, I was a broomstick with 2 broomsticks attached to it. I was not a formidable person of any type. And I walked into that ring, and opposite me was a man considerably shorter than me, so I was like, haha, I got this. But what didn't register in my head was he was the same weight as me. So he was more compact and more powerful. And I looked at him and I was like, where's he from? Look up on the wall, New York City. That's like 10 hours away. Why would you come 10 hours to punch a 15-year-old boy? Now, in this particular competition, there's a referee who stands between you at the beginning, and he does this thing with his arm. And he makes a hi-ya sound when he does this, and that means that the fight has begun. All I remember is his hand moving up here, and the guy's foot coming over his hand. I got a really good look at that guy's foot. He climbed me like a jungle gym and stomped on me while I was standing up. He kicked me in so many ways that I wasn't completely sure if my feet were still on the ground. Now, when I came to, my martial arts instructor at the time was sitting on a bench, and I was lying on the other bench, and he's like, "Well, you did very good." Which was strange because he was not Asian. And I just looked over at him and I said, "What happened?" "You did very good. You lost to winner." Again, he's not Asian. What? What I came to learn was I had been unconscious for 2 hours. Which, if you don't know this, is not right. When you get knocked out, you're only actually unconscious for a very short period of time. But to hear my instructor explain it was, I was knocked out, and then I just decided to stay out. Like, I would come to and be like, no, this is not for me. The whole being up and moving part. And my instructor, on the drive back, mind you, 20 minutes, to my house, was talking about my future in competition, my future in tournament going, and how I did really well, considering I got knocked out for 2 hours. And as we pulled up to the front of my house, he pointed at the trophy that he had won that day. And he's like, you know, you were pretty close to winning one of these. And with great pain, I turned my head. And I looked at the shiny, plastic, ridiculously gaudy, and pointless trophy and thought, this can't possibly be worth it. This is when I learned that I would not be a tournament martial artist. The Olympics were not in my future. I was not going to go in to be beaten on a regular basis so I could have a 3-foot plastic trophy. Thank you.